one of his own old faithfuls in the form of Xayah.
Okay, so we still see a similar trend, I would say, from Misfits. The biggest difference is that they don't have the safety
in the mid. VTO has the flash still available. Has the Destiny himself stunned up. There's the Rampage, going to knock him back. VTO going to try and get away, but the onslaught of Shadows is still available here for Elyoya. And he chases underneath the tower. First of the LEC. When you get a Twisted Fate ahead, when he starts to get that rapid fire cannon, when he gets the Everfrost, it is so hard to play against that because you are always going to be at a numbers disadvantage in these fights.
They were actually securing a lot of 2 versus 2 kills, but now they're getting a little bit more help.
No more restraint as the quickness comes out. Kobe's going to pop the Feather Storm. Vander jumping back. Humanoid with the stun's going to lock Kobe underneath the tower. There's one, there's two. Mad Lions pounce in the bottom lane for their second and third kill of the game as Hirit trades with Armut in the top lane. And Hirit, you're stepping a little bit too far forward for someone in boomerang range. KaiSser does not have flash here. KaiSer's going to step to the side, but look at that prancing pony. The Predator coming in from Razzle because he looks for the chase. The sleep used only lands onto one. Quickness stolen away by VTO. KaiSer is dead. Kazi next on the menu, but
Misfits using it for information. Looks like information's the key because he knows that Hirit is alone.
Hirit doesn't have cannon barrage, doesn't have flash, and doesn't really have anywhere to go as Elyoya tanks up just enough tower shots. Armut swipes away the gangplank, and even with VTO teleporting in, there's nothing Misfits can do. They are using this time to get extra plates in the bottom lane over onto Kobe, feed that Xayah as much as possible, and perhaps look for a little bit more. Razzle, Lilting Lullaby still only halfway off his cooldown. The quickness coming out with the double stun will land. Kazi with the Guardian's going to dodge away with the Killer Instinct.
Did they actually use
They didn't
the
use
Herald?
the Rift Herald.
Yeah, because
Elyoya was forced away.
I'm a little disappointed that Mad weren't able to use that. I think that they should have at the very least just dropped it mid or dropped it top to just get as many plates as possible. But they will secure the mid lane tower. I think overall, Matt can be pretty happy with that trade. You can see with the gold advantage, VTO now.
Oh, Humanoid heals up with the Unsealed Spellbook and just about survives, but the cannons rain down.
How many situations they've been in. Their game versus SK, that was more or less won, and then that insane treats play stopped them. The game versus Rogue.
Forces Razzle away. VTO with no tower here in the mid lane. Elyoya charges him back. Onslaught of Shadows used by VTO to get away himself. Flashes away from KaiSer, who was on the chase as well. Will be able to get underneath
passive. Gonna get that bonus movement speeds.
He can, but Hirit should be able to walk this one back underneath the tower. It looks like actually Mad Lions prioritizing the second.
Out that mid wave. We're seeing a lot more grouping now from Mad, but there's the pick they were looking for.
Destiny used VTO, no flash, and Elyoya looking for the Rampage. Can't quite knock him back. Kingslayer's gonna heal up VTO here. The Grand Entrance will get the knock up. And Elyoya gets his second kill.
After losing the top tower, they will be able to trade it for the bot one, and so they'll maintain their gold lead for now.
Looks like Hirit isn't going to go for Duskblade second. Having the Noon Quiver already complete means that he will go towards one of those more marksman items. His armor is caught out. I just didn't know he was on a ward. A little bit greedy in his positioning.
Well, I think that VTO TPing in behind him is what forced him to go that direction. He realized that he couldn't just walk backwards. He was getting collapsed on, so he tried to go through the tri-bush, and as he tries to jump over the wall, he then gets
Use it to try and get this bot lane prio, but for the moment, Elyoya and KaiSer just fighting over this blue buff. Elyoya goes in with the Onslaught of the Shadows, the charm comes out, and here comes Kazi! Killer Instinct from downtown just absolutely wipes Razzle off the map.
Now Misfits' ability to contest that Drake is going to be a lot harder as Mad find themselves a quick pick. Bit of damage going to come down onto Elyoya, but they're going to use the Herald to hit onto the tier 2, and they can set up for the next trade.
Importantly, Humanoid has switched away from TP. He's got Exhaust on the top laner here, and already we see Kazi dies as he oversteps. The Mad Lions living up to their name. Armut getting that rage build up. Humanoid cannot join this fight. No Destiny, no TP, and it's a 4v3 in favor of Misfits. Onslaught of the Shadows stolen away. KaiSer locked against the wall as he tries to jump forward. Armut dead, and VTO is just waiting, and he brings the Shadows home. Another kill for him as Elyoya has to walk away, and that dragon is back on the menu ready.
Didn't we just talk about this?
Yeah, we did.
Those individual errors, like they can come out of nowhere. Armut overstepping in the bot lane, gets engaged on by Vander. Great on him for recognizing that opportunity than you.
It's cut down basically in an item.
Exactly that. So, it's very valuable on AD carries.
Oh, that stun was beautiful. Vander just about able to keep Kobe alive for as long as he can, but he can't quite do enough. The Magnet Storm will pull in two, but Mad Lions. Betty, we
now with 3 members are looking to contest this ban.
Elyoya on the chase, doesn't have that onslaught. VTO pops the stopwatch, but there is the Gnar. Armut finds his mark. VTO stunned up, counter Gnar, but there's no one there to follow up. If a Gnar hits 4 in the woods, but no one is there, Misfits still lose the fight in the end. Here trying to do what he can against Armut, but he has been knocked up, walloped, and taken out.
Baron 5 members still alive, 11 to 6 the kills, effectively acing.
Misfits, but right now with Baron in their back pocket with a 6,000 gold lead, they are looking like it is next up for them. Hear it locked down, shut down by Humanoid. Another good pick there for Mad. And they are showing us that even with those individual mistakes, even with those small moments where their concentration lapses or where they just overstep, they are still able to take wins against some of the playoff contenders.
Yeah, it's still a couple question marks around Mad. Of course, they have high highs and they have some obviously questionable decisions. But right now, they are looking strong. Elyoya at the forefront. 3-0 and 8, by the way. We talked about him at the beginning of the game, and I want to highlight again how impressive of a rookie he has been as the Vroom Vroom, time to go!
Shurelia's in, Onslaught of Shadows to chase it up, and the Horsey is on a rampage. Elyoya with his 4th kill of the game. Razzle trying to get the looting lullaby down onto 2, he lands it. BTO diving back in, has an Onslaught of Shadows himself if he wants to go in, dives as the tower goes down, and with the stopwatch, BTO will be able to survive for a while. First death of the game for Elyoya sent back. I will say, I led you down that route. I said after the Essence Reaver, I thought he was going Duskblade, so I will take that one on the chin, and Humanoid will land that stun on Razork's chin, and once again, just before the objectives.
Oversteppers, Man now have their eyes set on the inhibitor.
Okay, so Elyoya is not here. If Misfits wanted to go in, they would be in a 4v4, but they don't know that. They don't know Elyoya isn't just waiting around the wings with that Onslaught of Shadows, with that charge. And instead, they have to give up both their inhibitors. They give up them to make it into playoffs, and if they lose this game, they fall that one game further behind. Eager here, we've seen them step a little bit too far in the past when this sort of moment comes up, and there we go, Banda dives in, the Onslaught of Shadows, and already that's a shutdown. And Mad Lions weren't ready for it. KaiSser has to jump away. And Misfits, they held the line, they held forward, Swell Seed goes wide, stun card used. Immediately the shield from Vanda with a crash down comes out here. It's going to TP in here, and I think Misfits thought that Baron was a little bit healthier than it was, and KaiSser saw the opportunity and dives onto the backline. Vanda with a good Magnet Storm, BTO going in, looking for the Gnar, lands it on 1. Now it's on Hivit, and BTO's trying to do everything they can. Kobe's still alive as well, and the stopwatch from BTO buys enough time! Flash! Die! Kazi as VTO gets a 2nd kill of the fight.
VTO is really starting to pop off in these fights.
He start up the Dragon and hope they can stay away from the Gnar. There's no Flash Gnar available. BTO still has the Onslaught of Shadows. They've gone in, they've stepped forward. There's the Magnet Storm. Armor coming in from the side, the Onslaught of Shadows from Elyoya. Vanda already down to half HP. Kazi trying to do what he can. Counter Onslaught, but it's not enough damage. You can see, actually, they managed to get the kill still. Kazi falls. BTO, I thought he just misplaced, but they don't see it. They don't see the fight. They don't see the Onslaught of Shadows that could come in. They don't see the quickness, but they've already pushed up a little bit further.
Oh, but the ult?
Lilting Lullaby comes out. KaiSser's popped the quickness. Vanda diving in, looking for the stun, looking for the Magnet Storm, the Onslaught of Shadows, and going. A great Gnar from Arbit to disengage the fight for as long as he can, and Kazi's already got a kill onto Vanda. Mad Lions now 5 alive, stepping forward, trying to get the stun here onto BTO, and it will land the goal. The stopwatch just in time. Kobe goes in himself. BTO survives. Razzle dives in once again. Humanoid
of Mad.
I mean, the great thing for Mad is there's no inhibitor towers.
Exactly.
So they have so much more threat onto this inhibitor line. Vanda dives in, and he used the ult. He doesn't have anywhere to go, and that's the problem with Rally.
Has just come off as well. He's not going to have that Gnar available to him. Everything looking up for Mad right now. They will get themselves another...
Oh, I think
KaiSser's just soloing it.
KaiSser could be soloing it. You're right, Vedius. Armored. Building up that Mega Gnar. KaiSser. Kazi's jumped back off of it. There's the stun. There's the Onslaught, and BTO almost dead before he can do anything, but he gets the stopwatch up just in time. Razzle looking for the Lilting Lullaby. If it kills off Armored, another down. Elyoya doing what he can from the side as well. BTO still alive in this fight. Kazi gets away, but Kobe going in. Hit it with a double. The feathers fly, and KaiSser. You can pop the stopwatch all you want, but you go pop immediately afterwards. Misfits may have won the game right there, Vedius.
And Misfits have gone and turned it around. Elyoya is trying to get the wave, but Kobe and Vanda read the play. They're going to protect the wave. They have their eyes set. Mad threw away the game. Misfits dug into the trenches. They were able to hold the line. They will keep up with Schalke, and they will keep this race for playoffs competitive.
Here goes
Elyoya is the last one to stand in their way.
He's still got Baron. Maybe he can buff the wave up enough. I don't think it's going to be. Maybe I got a bit too excited. Elyoya trying to do what he can to hold off this wave, but he's been stunned. He's been knocked up, and the Nexus towers have gone down, and Misfits have done it. Done! God, they've done it. Misfits with the win.
What an insane turn.